Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now this video is part 2 of my review of the 24-hour British ORP menu 14, and I did a previous video of the unboxing and what I would have considered breakfast. Now in this video I'm going to carry on with that review, and I have here already laid out on the tray what I would consider lunch from that particular menu. Now, what I would consider lunch from that menu would be tuna, bean and pasta, 300 grams, I've preheated that already. The apple beverage base powder, some raw salted almonds, the V6 dental gum, this time spearmint for cleaning your palate after, the peanut butter, some chocolate chip oat biscuits, and this time with a hot drink I think I'll go with a coffee. So let's start with the drinks. So this time I'm going for the Kenko Smooth. We did have a Nescafe, but I think most people know what Nescafe is, so I thought I'd try the other brand, the Kenko. We do also have these in the UK in jars. So it's a medium to mild looking roast. And again we'll go straight with the creamer and sugar. Again, beyond the beaten track creamers. And we'll just give that a little about 1/2 to 3/4 of a cup, I think gets the best out of these little stick coffees. Okay, it's looking quite dark, but I think the creamer is a little bit small. We'll do some more creamer. Nice, medium, rich, no bitter aftertaste. It's a very pleasant instant coffee. And again, while we're on the drinks, let's have a look at this apple beverage powder. Again, 375 ml of cold water. Made by the same company as the blackcurrant, so again, very fine powder. And let's fill that up with 375 ml of water. They do dissolve very easily, these, because the powder is so fine. Very nice dissolving. Very subtle apple colour in the taste. Again, very sweet. It is an isotonic energy drink. Very pleasant apple flavour. I don't think it's a natural flavour, but it's a very good chemical apple flavour. Sort of thing you get in apple candies, apple sweets. Very nice and pleasant. Nice refreshing drink. Okay, so keep wiping my spork. It has been commented that they think the British Army are mean, only including 1 spoon for the whole 3 meals, but the British soldier does get issued with a knife, fork and spoon. This is really there as an emergency backup, or if he just hasn't got time to get it out of his kit. So it does come with his own knife, fork, spoon. But this is the tuna bean pasta. Your main entree. Now it's been pre-warmed. There is tuna there, beans. Looks like some nice juice running there. Let's get this out on a tray. Some oils I've separated. Olive oil, I should imagine. Straight away there's that smell of tuna, of olive oil, a pleasant way. Everything looks moist and soft, smells good. Okay, I'll come back to that in a moment. Let's have a look at the raw salted almonds. Best before, or maybe September 15. So nice to see how these stood up. And just like typical raw almonds, complete with their skin still on. And we'll open the dark chocolate chip oat biscuits. Five round little flat biscuits or oat cookies, nicely intact. And we'll slit open the peanut butter. Again, this is another small criticism I've noticed with the British Army packs. They don't seem to include any breads or plain crackers, so that you can put your peanut butter on and your jams that they give you. So I don't know if they expect you really to just suck this straight out of the tube and eat it as an energy boost, but I'm going to try a bit on the cookies because that's the only thing that I can see to actually mix it in. Okay, so let's have a little back on the coffee. Very pleasant. Still quite strong with that one whitener. And I'm going to go straight for the main. So it is tuna, bean and pasta. So straight away, that's exactly what you've got. Tuna, pasta and beans. So let's have a taste all in one. It's very soft, very delicate flavour. There is a hint of lime and black pepper. In some of these ration packs you get tuna in lime and black pepper sauce, and to me that tastes just like that's that same tuna in lime and black pepper, but this time they've added some beans and pasta. There are red beans, carrots, peas, and they are just cooked. They're not soggy, they're not overly firm. They just cooked, just about right. Give you a nice, pleasant, slight crunch as you eat them. There's definitely oil in there. I think it's olive oil. Very light. The tuna is typical canned tuna. Soft, flavoursome. Very much the lime and black pepper the sort of lime that goes well with fish. Very pleasant, very easy going on the palate. Little bit of crunch from those beans, but not too much. Very nice comforting dish. Now, let's have a look at these almonds. I've got a little bit of oil on my hand there from the tuna, so it's not off the almonds. Slight saltiness to them, ever so slightly. I think these are just starting to show the age. They're still edible, not going black or anything, but they are starting to go soft. Very pleasant little hint of salt. Still got some crunch, so not totally gone over. I think in about 6 months to a year they would have probably gone a bit too soft, but at the moment they're still pleasant. Plenty of husk on there. In fact, they've got so much of the brown husk. They've got the slight hint of fresh coconut. When you scoop a coconut out of the shell, excuse me, I still got the nuts in my mouth, and you get that slight hint of the brown husk on the back of the nut. Very similar tasting to that, but still quite pleasant. Nice to walk on again. Eat as you're walking. The oat biscuits, chocolate chip, thin, round, still quite crispy. Quite sweet, very dry, quite a strong chocolate flavour. For those little bits of chocolate chip you can see there must be quite a lot of cocoa in there because it's got quite strong chocolatey flavour. Very sweet, very pleasant. Would be nice dipped in a coffee or a tea. I'm going to try it with a little bit of this peanut butter. That's not gone very well. Just take the corner off this with a pair of scissors I have here. It's a very soft looking peanut butter. It's it looks like it's got a lot more oils in there than the American MRE peanut butter. Very smooth. A lot of peanuts in there. Does actually coat the roof of your mouth. The peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. It is okay to eat with these chocolate biscuits. Good energy boost with them. Personally, I think these would be better as a dunking biscuit. Dunked in the coffee or tea. Very nice dunking biscuit. Just helps it melt in your mouth. Personally, I prefer it as a dunking biscuit to opposed to using the peanut butter, but it's still pleasant with the peanut butter. I do have a little bottle of Tabasco, so I think I might add a little bit of that to the mains to see if it does anything. Now, these can be notoriously hard to open, so I'm just using a knife off shot to score the plastic. And again, it's still being very stubborn. They don't want you to get into these. Yeah. success. So let's just try a little bit of this green Tabasco on the edge there, not too much. Just mix that in. As you can see, it's still very oily, but that don't in any way make it offensive or unpleasant. Big piece of tuna. Let's try it with that. That just gives it another little lift. Definitely well worth adding. But if you like a mild, delicate palate, leave it out. If you like something a little bit more spicy, definitely worth adding to the main tuna pasta. So, just the dental gum left, this time spearmint. Just as before, 2 little bricks. Let's try one. Totally different flavour. Certainly a spearmint, not a peppermint, and you can taste the difference. The shell, like before, has gone a little bit soft. I think that's because of the age, but again, still a very pleasant palate cleanser after the main meal, especially with the addition of the Tabasco. So, summary of my lunch. The tuna and bean pasta, very pleasant, very soft. The beans have a little bit of crunch left, which is nice. Just adds to the texture, but not too much. They're literally just al dente, as they say, just on the turn, just done perfectly. The pasta is soft, it has not gone mushy. Again, the pasta is just cooked. The tuna, typical packet tuna. This particular one obviously contains lime and black pepper. It's a tuna in lime and black pepper added to the other ingredients, and that flavour comes through. Very pleasant, very mild, very oily, but that oil is flavoursome and not offensive in any way. Excuse me, need to wipe my hands again. So, very pleasant. The almonds, salted almonds, a slight hint of salt. Raw, they're uncooked. A lot of husk left on them, give you a bit of fibre, help you on your way in the field. But still palatable. I'm sure if I'd have eaten them a year ago, they'd have been a lovely addition to your top pocket. They're still reasonable now, but when they was fresh, they would have been a very nice snack. The oats biscuits, flat, dry, for the small amount of chocolate chip, very flavourful of chocolate, went well with the peanut butter, did go well as an additional energy lift, but I think personally went even better dipped in the coffee as a Dunkin' biscuit, but it's a very pleasant, nice little energy boost. Coffee, medium roast, quite strong because only the one whitener, the small whitener, but a very pleasant middle of the road instant. And the apple juice, light, lightly coloured, chemical flavoured apple, but a pleasant one. I've had some chemical flavoured ones which are quite nasty. This is a pleasant flavoured apple. So overall, a very nice, successful lunch, and I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to come back with what I would consider the evening meal. Okay, so here we are back with what I consider my evening meal, and for the main part of the meal I'm going to choose the beef stroganoff, and with that I'm going to have the long grain rice. For my hot drink, because it's the evening, end of the day, I'm going to go for the instant chocolate. I'm going to use the raspberry beverage powder, pineapples in light syrup as the pudding, and the strong mint V6 dental gum. So, like always, I'm going to start with the beverages first, and we'll go straight with the instant hot chocolate drink. For the knife, they do make these pouches very difficult to open. Now this seems to be a bit clumpy. I would certainly say the damp has gotten into that, so very big lumps in there. It'll be interesting to see how that holds up. And we'll pour some water in and see what happens to those big lumps. Will it dissolve? Okay, still a little bit lumpy, but going down slowly. Still a few lumps in there. I don't know if that has survived the 5 years in storage. I need to have a taste to find out. Tastes okay. Very chocolatey, very rich. A lot of cocoa powder. Despite being clumped and obviously took some damp, that's still surprisingly good. Nice, warm, very chocolatey, very sweet. Drinking chocolate. Yeah. We should have a look at the raspberry beverage base. Oh, as soon as you peel the lid, you can smell that raspberry smell. Same brand as the other two. Nice, fine, lightly pink powder. We'll get some water added to that. And instantly there's an aroma of raspberry coming from that. Quite coloured, unlike the apple. There's quite a lot of colouring in this one. Strong smell of raspberry as we're stirring. Very sweet again. Very heavy on proper sugar, not sweeteners. But again, a raspberry sweet drink, nice flavoursome, and again it is an isotonic, a bit like a Red Bull I think type affair, so lots of energy, good energy boost. Now let's have a look at the long grain rice. Hopefully this is stored okay. It's been preheated again, boiled in the bag. I am aware you'd have to be careful with reheating rice, but as long as it's hot, you'll be okay. So there's a nice portion of plain, non-sticky rice, long-grained rice, typical rice we have here in the UK. Little taste of that. I know it's not going to taste of much, but soft, just cooked, loose grains, quite salty, There's quite a lot of salt in that, but very pleasant rice. Not sticky at all, nice and loose grained. Now to go with that, I've chose the beef stroganoff, obviously from Brazil. It's very watery. I'm unsure if stroganoff should be that watery. Smells good. There's a lot of water in there. Just make sure I don't overspill my pan, my plate. Okay, so quite watery, almost soup-like in texture. Tastes good. Tastes of very thin, tinned beef, tinned stewing steak. There's a couple of pieces of the beef. Very soft. Very, very soft. I think there is 3 mushrooms there. Little bit of beef. Tomato taste, creamy tomato texture, flavour. Plenty of salt, plenty of pepper. Quite pleasant, just very thin, very runny. And I'm just going to rinse my spoon again. Spork. And we'll have a look at pudding. The pineapple in light syrup. Produce of Thailand. Certainly from all around the world. Brazil, Thailand. And looks like typical sort of tinned pineapples. Nice portion. Certainly got a lot of light syrup. So I think as well I'm going to open one of these wet naps and get it ready because I'm starting to get sticky already. Nice, large, very strong, stretchy. Very good hand cleaner. Nice large size. Nice and moist. To be honest, I think that's one of the best wet naps I've seen up to now on the rations I've tested up to now. Certainly the biggest and moistest. Very good. And after that one I need to dry my hands. Typical pocket tissues. Pack of 10. Very standard sort of pocket tissue, but very good, very good. Certainly capable of doing what it's there for. Okay, so I think what we need to do is we need to get a bit of mixing going on. So I've always said the stroganoff is very wet, watery. There's a couple of mushrooms there. Let's try a mushroom first. Little mushroom, button mushrooms. There is no taste of mushroom. It tastes of the tomatoes, the cream, the beef. Everything tastes pretty much the same. Certain you're supposed to have it with the rice, so I'm going to put the rice straight in. And give it all a bit of a mix up. Okay, so now we've got the rice and the beef there. Certainly adds to the bulk. That is the bulking agent for the stroganoff. As I say, you do not get any bread or crackers in these 24-hour ORPs. So for this meal, the rice has certainly replaced that carbohydrate, and well needed for that stroganoff. Well, that's pleasant. Pleasant, salty enough, the rice adds the salt, but it's lacking. So I'm going to put a little bit more of that Tabasco sauce saved from the lunch. Mix it around a little bit. I put quite a lot in there because this is very lacking in flavour. Hopefully that's done what I expect it to. Pick it up, give it a bit more oomph. That's giving it a bit, not enough. Let's give it the rest. That's the rest of the bottle gone in. Okay, let's try that now. That's what was missing. There was no fire, no kick. It was very mild and creamy. The Tabasco is just giving that a little bit of fire, not too much. The rice has bulked it out. Quite a pleasant meal now. Quite tasty now. Nice and soft. The meat there is typical tinned processed type meat, but with the Tabasco and rice. A nice hearty portion. So I'm just going to cleanse my palate with a little bit of this raspberry. Nice and sweet. Nice, refreshing. And check this chocolate out, which has now had time to settle. Not been affected by the clumping. Obviously it's dried out. That's perfectly drinkable. Nice chocolate. Let's have a look at these pineapples. So nice pineapple chunks. Surprisingly quite lacking, excuse fingers. There's not a lot of pineapple flavour left. It's crunchy. It's sweet enough with a light syrup, but it seems to have lost a lot of that pineapple flavour that you associate with tinned pineapple. So I'm assuming that's age related. It's a shame, because I'm sure they would have been much nicer when they were still within date. Shame let's let that down. Okay, so now the last one, the strong mint. This one has definitely suffered with the damp moisture. I thought it was moisture free, but obviously I've stored it somewhere. It's got a little bit damp. Well, that one's soggy. Excuse taking it out of my mouth. That one's soggy. I'm unable to use that one. So I think I'm going to leave it here. summarise the main evening meal. The rice was just cooked. It was loose grained, not a lot of flavour, quite salty, but not a lot of flavour. The stroganoff was creamy, hint of tomato, very, very soft, and as you saw, liquid. The rice mixed in, bulked it out just right. Needed the Tabasco. I put near enough the whole bottle what was left in there, and that just gave it enough kick. I think you could have used the entire bottle if I hadn't used some for the previous one, and that would have really helped. The tissues are tissues, good quality, 10, perfectly good for whatever you need tissues for. The wet wipe, still think one of the best there is out there, certainly in size and moisture, one of the best wet wipes in any MRV. Pineapple's disappointing, lost its flavour. Chewing gum, this particular one had succumbed to the damp. Raspberry drink, like all the other three, very sweet. These were chemical flavoured as opposed to natural flavoured, but a pleasant chemical. Chocolate got very wet, but reconstituted quite nicely and made a nice chocolatey drink. So, I think I'm quite disappointed with how these were only 2 years past their best before date, and these are already starting to deteriorate. But I think on the positive side, that has to be because of the lack of preservatives that the British Army are now putting in their packs, so they're not going to last as long. So that said, successful 24-hour. The menu 14 with the production date of 2013. Nothing in there I really disliked. Due to age, a couple of them I think had lost some of their flavours and textures, and I also think in another couple of years quite a lot more of that would have been inedible, but I caught it just in time, so I'm going to leave it there. So thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and hit that notification button for notifications of future videos coming very soon. So thank you for watching once again, and goodbye.